So let's take a look at the power of reporting through the grids in Enterprise. So taking a look in here within sales and for any of the modules throughout Enterprise, you'll see that information is neatly stored within a grid. So when we click in here to sales and quotes or to any of the transactions, you will see a certain amount of information is returned on screen. This is based on the information that you choose, the columns that you choose, the filters that you choose. So it means that already it becomes a powerful visual reporting tool on screen. So let's just give you an idea of the user experience within the grid. So starting off here, when you click into any of your transactions, you come to the search bar where you can search for words or values within that grid. You can, of course, as you know, start and create a transaction from the grid as well. We have an option here as well to learn about filters, which will take you through to the Help Center where you can learn more about those. We have a filter report option, which I'll go into now in a second. And we've also got a total. So when I click here on the total, what this does is that for any columns presently on screen that have total values, it will then perform a summary of those totals, as you can see here at the bottom of the screen. We also have an elliptical menu here, which is basically further actions that can be performed as you report the information on the grid. And again, I'll go into those in a second. And directly on the grid itself, you will see that above a lot of the fields, you will see a funnel. So wherever you see a funnel, this means that you can perform a condition or a filter within that column. So you can see here there's one already applied to the status, and as you can see here, it's set to open. Very simply, all I have to do there is click on the funnel. I get a selection of the options available for that particular column. I can select that value. So we have open here. I can show closed or cancelled. Click on OK, and the grid will refresh. Same again in relation to, for example, for dates. So in addition to that as well, what I can do here is I can come down here and select the relevant dates. Or again, I can click on filter to select the dates from the filter screen. In addition to that, I can click here and I can select the conditions for the fields. So equals to, does not equal, less than, greater than, etc. So all the relevant conditions are here also when you click on the looking glass. So let's just go back here again to the filtered report. And on the filter report, we get a side panel pop-up, which enables us to see if there's any saved reports created for this particular grid. I can specify whether I see only open or all quotes, whether I see, and you can see there straight away, the filter in the back end is already changing on the grid, and whether I see mine, and of course I've no data currently at the moment, or whether I see all data for all users that has been entered. So again, if I go back to open, I can also simply create a filter. So based on a set of conditions, I can say, well, I want all of those fields to be reported and the status is any of open and apply. Or I can change that to be anything else. And I can also add a name for that. So open quotes only. And I can click on apply and I can click on save. I can save for me or can save for all. So I'll just save for me for now so that it's in the reports menu. When I click on my saved options, you can see there open quotes only. And you can see also that the grid refreshes and shows the open quotes only as the reported option. So in addition to that, then in the elliptical menu, so I've mentioned there, these are all further actions that can take place. So now what I can do with that particular data, I can export to Excel. I can column chooser. So if you're going to create reports on an ongoing basis with different conditions, I would make sure that your column chooser has been done first and foremost. So select the columns that you require to see on the grid, and that's very simply done by clicking and dragging the columns that you require and placing them on the grid. It's that simple. And in addition to that, then, if you make any mistakes, you can clear the filters, you can reload the data, you can reset the grid, which will return it to its default state, and any other additional options that are available specific to that grid will also appear here. So as you can see, the power of the grid has no end and continues to give you back full reporting power within Enterprise.